mean?
You gotta get into these panels like One Night with Destiny. That'd be a great conversation.
Yeah. Yo, to keep it real, I was looking forward to him and like Myron going at it so crazy.
And they kind of agreed about a lot.
No, I think Destiny did good, but yo, once he mentioned the bisexual shit, bro, like it just like undermined a lot of shit. Because you know what? A lot of dudes, like most of the people, I don't know if you acknowledge this, a lot of people who watch like Fresh and Fit, but they're not getting laid. They're looking for not only for men like you guys to vocalize what they really think and what they really feel, but they're looking for you guys to give them the fucking keys. So what happens is Destiny has some great points, but as soon as he said like he was bisexual, they were like, oh,
right.
Well, the other guy already won because like we're not interested in.
Yeah, you're not an example of. See, I was thinking about that. I was thinking if that's homophobic, and also I saw your take about that.
Yeah.
Wondering if you should discredit him because he's bisexual. And he said like in detail on and No Jumper, he said like he sucks dick, and I'm not even trying to say like disrespectfully.
Wait,
that sounds so.
Said
he sucks dick. Yeah.
He has or he did or
he like actively does it.
Yo, pass me my Henny, man. Throw some Henny in that bar, man.
Like actively, yeah. And I was thinking about that a lot.
Like actively sounds vigorous, brother.
I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but he says like
that's your man.
That's his thing. I don't have a judgment. I'm not homophobic. See?
No. You know what I was thinking?
What?
Because we about to get into this about like when I was listening to the story you were telling. I was like, I thought you and him did some swinger shit.
No.
And I was just like,
no.
I don't think Sneako was like fluid that type of shit. But I'm like, I'm wondering if he like hangs his dude a little bit like because
what the fuck? What?
I'm gonna tell you why. Sneako, the fucking explanation of why you would bring.
You watch Patrice? You watch Patrice?
Yeah.
So
okay.
I'm. Let me get into it before you.
Yeah, please.
You already did. So I am very.
I can get a Red Bull. I ain't shit like that. Okay, I see some Red Bull right there. Yeah.
We're going. You bringing up 3 topics before you even talk about one.
Okay, no, go ahead.
You bringing up 3 topics before you even talk about one. I am very pro cheating.
Whoa, hold on.
I am wait for me, and I felt very guilty about it. And Patrice brought his girl to a swinger party to get rid of the guilt and to get rid of the fear that you can cheat.
Do that?
Yep, that's why I learned. He was actively going to swinger parties all the time.
I'm gonna watch that Patrice clip.
You gotta watch it. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
He did it to separate his ego and to get rid of the fear that his girl could go cheat on somebody else. And he saw it, and it didn't bother him.
What?
Yep. Yeah, and Patrice O'Neal, like one of the Red Pill Kings. So men get shamed and guilted for doing what they want to do, which is me cheating. And like I felt really bad. She's crying all the time. Like, okay, let me make it fair. We'll go to a swinger party and explore.
Wait. How much were you cheating?
A lot. And because I don't believe in monogamy. I can't do it. I can't do it. So I figured like it was really like tormenting.
Okay. So
let me go back. We brought up Destiny first. We talk about the show all this. Everybody's talked about this. Like, but it's very simple. I just wanted to get rid of the guilt and the shame, and I wanted it to be fair. But ultimately, it can't be fair. That's why you need the manosphere. It should be open for just the man and not the woman. It's better like that. The reason I think Destiny loses credibility for being bisexual, like you said, not on any homophobic shit, but as an example of a man, Andrew Tate is probably the best example of a man you could look up to in internet history. It's all been diluted by a bunch of frauds and bullshitters and people who are just in the internet space. The fact that he came in from a kickboxing background, from being a businessman, and then coming into this to go speak his shit, a lot of men can look up to that because he fully embodies the masculine man. And exactly what you could agree with that, right?
A masculine model.
Right.
Yes.
So someone like Destiny completely disagrees with everything he says, but then I've been thinking a lot, like, it could be
Destiny disagrees with everything.
With a lot. With
he's
pretty much
more diplomatic than people give him.
That's true. But it should really boil down to this. Andrew Tate exists and he's successful because he is the masculine role model that the internet needs in a time where masculinity is being suppressed so much. So you need to take that into consideration when you realize that men are becoming weaker and there's more incels than ever. So when Destiny comes along and says, like, this guy's probably sad at night. He doesn't want to be with all these women. He falls asleep and he's upset. It's like, bro, you suck dick. You are not the example that men need, that most men need. You cannot play that role, and you can pretty much separate a lot of debates and a lot of that example when you realize that, Destiny, you got to realize that you are not the role model that a lot of men need because men don't want to suck dick. That's not anything homophobic, but I think you can agree with that.
No, you're right. Again, I enjoyed him challenging certain point of views, but when he also started to lay into what he believed the nature of men was, I knew he was about to bark up a tree he couldn't, because the nature of men, or most men, or the men who are watching this content, they don't want to do what you do.
Exactly.
So you are doing certain things that they wouldn't want to do.
Exactly.
So, you know what I mean? Again, I think he's a great debater. I think he's super logical. And I was watching it.
One of the smartest guys, one of the smartest people I've ever talked to. Like, could rapid fire talk fast. Even like Nick Fuentes, a lot of these people that I've met in these spaces, like, holy shit, it really make me want to step up my game when it comes to everything. They're on their shit. Destiny's a really smart guy.
I look at you, and I don't even know if I feel like you've completely fit in the space, though.
In the manosphere space?
Yeah,
I don't consider myself a manosphere person. Like, if people are like criticize me for being like saying I'm a fake alpha male, stuff like that. I'm a truth seeker. I